Hey everyone! Today we're counting down 50 countries you might really want to skip if certain things drive you nuts. From unpredictable weather to unique landscapes and even quirky animals, we've got something for everyone who's easily annoyed. So, if these things make you cringe, consider these countries no-fly zones. Let's dive in. Alright, first up, Italy. If you're a grab-a-coffee-to-go kind of person, this place might not be for you. Italians take their coffee very seriously, and ordering a latte at a cafe means you're getting a plain glass of milk. Also, Italians love being up close and personal. If you need a lot of personal space, brace yourself. Norway is stunning, but if high prices give you anxiety, beware. Almost everything here, food, drinks, even fast food, costs a small fortune. A simple burger might set you back $20, so budget travelers, maybe put Norway on the back burner. If you can't handle spicy food, Thailand could be torture. Thai cuisine loves the heat, and mild dishes might still make you break a sweat. You can ask for no spice, but locals may still think you want some heat. Just bring milk. In Switzerland, punctuality is everything. If you're someone who's always running 5 minutes late, you'll get a lot of judgmental stares. Trains, buses, people, everything runs like clockwork, and being late is seen as rude. You've been warned. Japan's a food lover's paradise, but eating while walking? Huge no-no. People there prefer you sit down and enjoy your food properly, so if you're a snack-on-the-go kind of person, this could be a tough adjustment. Argentina might be a nightmare if you're an early bird. People here eat dinner at 9 or 10 p.m., and social events don't start until midnight. So if you like being in bed by 10, you're going to be in for a tough time. If you're big on punctuality, Mexico might drive you mad. Mexican time is a real thing, and it's all about taking it slow. Plans might start late or change last minute, so if you're strict with your schedule, prepare to relax your grip. South Korea is super quiet, even in cities. If you're loud in public, laughing, talking on the phone, whatever, don't be surprised if people stare. If public shaming makes you cringe, you'll want to keep a low profile here. If you love chatting with strangers, Finland might be a shock. Finns keep to themselves, and small talk is not a thing. People would rather sit in silence on public transport, so if you're a social butterfly, it might feel a bit cold. India is always busy, and personal space is scarce. If crowds make you feel claustrophobic, think twice. There are people everywhere. Markets, trains, even quiet spots are buzzing. So if solitude's your thing, be prepared for a challenge. In France, patience is key. Meals can take hours because dining here is an experience, not a rush. If you're impatient or prefer fast service, France's slow and steady dining culture might make you lose it. Australia is paradise for beach lovers, but also a bug paradise. Spiders, snakes, and all kinds of critters show up unexpectedly. If creepy crawlies aren't your thing, Australia might have you looking over your shoulder constantly. Germans love rules, and they have one for everything. From recycling to jaywalking, everything is structured. So if you like a bit of chaos or bending the rules, Germany's orderliness might be a little overwhelming. China's big, but its cities are packed. Personal space is a luxury, and people might nudge, push, or just get super close in public spaces. If that sounds like your nightmare, maybe save China for another day. If you hate rainy weather, England's probably not for you. The skies are gray, rain is almost constant, and sunny days are rare. So if the idea of wet weather bothers you, England's famous drizzle might just dampen your spirits. In Russia, smiling at strangers can be seen as suspicious or odd. Russians save smiles for friends, so if you're used to smiling at everyone, don't expect the same in return. It's nothing personal. If you're not a fan of forests and dark, wooded areas, Sweden might not be for you. With more than half the country covered in dense forests, it's a nature lover's dream, but it could feel isolating if you're more of a city person. India has tons of monkeys, especially around tourist areas and temples. They can be cute, but they're also curious, and some aren't shy about snatching things. If monkey interactions aren't your thing, they might get annoying fast. Brazil has massive rainforests filled with wildlife. It's beautiful, but insects here are on another level. If the thought of bugs flying around in huge numbers makes you shudder, you might want to stick to the cities. If you don't like heat and dust, the Sahara region of Algeria is a place to avoid. The landscape is endless stretches of sandy desert, and it's hot, really hot. Perfect for adventurers, not so much for those who crave cool weather. Chile has amazing landscapes, but it's earthquake-prone. If shaking ground freaks you out, this place could keep you on edge. Earthquakes here are frequent, and you never quite know when one might strike. Portugal has a relaxed pace, which means slow service in restaurants and shops. If waiting drives you up the wall, the Portuguese laid-back attitude might feel like a constant test of patience. If you're not into animals that get up close and personal, Australia has kangaroos and even emus wandering around in some areas. They're cute from a distance, but they can be a bit overwhelming if you're not an animal lover. Iceland's harsh winters could feel like punishment if cold weather makes you miserable. Winters here are dark, long, and icy. With just a few hours of sunlight, it's great for adventurers but tough for people who need a bit of warmth and daylight. The Netherlands is flat, really flat. If you love mountains or dramatic landscapes, the mostly low-lying terrain here might feel a bit underwhelming. It's great for biking, but don't expect a lot of elevation changes. New Zealand is beautiful, but the sandflies are fierce, especially on the South Island. If mosquito bites drive you mad, these relentless insects might make you want to pack up and leave. If cold weather makes you miserable, Russia's winters could be a nightmare. Temperatures plummet and snow is constant, making it a true test for anyone who hates the cold. Botswana is known for its incredible wildlife, including large populations of elephants. If giant animals and up-close wildlife encounters aren't your thing, safaris here might not be for you. Indonesia is hot and humid almost year-round. If high humidity is unbearable to you, the tropical climate here might make you feel constantly sticky. In Jamaica, people live on island time. If you're all about schedules and tight timelines, Jamaica's laid-back attitude might test your patience. Expect everything to be a bit more relaxed or delayed. In Norway, the summers bring endless daylight, with the sun barely setting. If you need darkness to sleep, the midnight sun in the north might be a bit disorienting. Perfect for night owls, but not for people who need a break from the light. If you're not a fan of deserts, Qatar's landscape will feel pretty repetitive. It's a lot of sand, and the summer heat can be brutal, making it tough for those who love cool weather and lush scenery. Egypt's desert landscape means intense heat and lots of sand. If you're sensitive to extreme heat or dry climates, Egypt's desert vibes might not be your ideal setting. Argentina has the Andes Mountains, which are stunning but high altitude. If you're not great with thin air or intense trekking, Argentina's famous ranges might be more of a strain than a thrill. Botswana's Okavango Delta has tons of mosquitoes. This region's thick with wildlife but also with bugs, so if you can't handle bites, you might find the swampy atmosphere too much. If you're afraid of volcanoes, skip Indonesia. It has more active volcanoes than any other country, and while it's beautiful, that means the landscape can change with one eruption. Thailand's beaches are beautiful but crowded, with tons of tourists and beachgoers. If you crave a quiet, isolated paradise, the bustling shores here might feel like the opposite. South Africa has a diverse climate, but if you're sensitive to high UV levels, the sun here can be unforgiving. Sun protection is a must, especially if you're not used to such intense rays. Bangladesh is known for its intense monsoon season. If you can't stand heavy rainfall and flooding, this country during the rainy season might not be the best fit. Peru has the Andes as well, but they can be treacherous. If you're afraid of heights or rugged terrain, trekking in places like Machu Picchu could be quite daunting. In Fiji, the tropical storms can hit hard. If you're not a fan of severe weather and high humidity, you might want to skip this paradise when storms are predicted. In Russia, the winters are extremely cold, especially in Siberia, where temperatures can drop below 40-degree Celsius. If freezing weather makes you shudder, Siberia is probably a no-go. If you don't like bustling markets, Morocco's souks might overwhelm you. The colors, smells, and noise can be intense, making it difficult for those who prefer quiet shopping experiences. Haiti has stunning landscapes, but infrastructure can be poor. If you're used to convenience, the roads and services here might leave you feeling frustrated. If you're not a fan of altitude, Bhutan's mountainous terrain might not be for you. The country is known for its high elevations, making it tough for those not accustomed to thin air. If you're sensitive to noise, the vibrant street life in Vietnam could drive you up the wall. Motorbikes, street vendors, and bustling markets are part of everyday life, and they can get loud. Finally, if you dislike the heat, the Caribbean islands can get scorching. If you're not a fan of tropical climates, you might find the summer sun to be a bit too much to handle. So there you have it. 50 places to avoid if certain quirks, natural features, or cultural vibes aren't your thing. Of course, every country has its charm, but it's always good to know what you're getting into. If you like this video, please consider a subscription on the channel to help us improve our content. Thanks for watching, and as always, see you in the next of Earth Basics.